Yeah, thank you, Marta, again for the lovely introduction before. My name is Mitsuo Kanemaki from the project Young Role Models, or in German, Junge Vorbilder, and it's also known as Young Examples. And we'll talk about our practical work experience. And I'm here today as an ambassador of all our mentees and our mentors, mentor coaches, and coordination team as well. And thank you for the invitation again and giving us the possibility to speak to you all. The theme of today's presentation is mentoring and empowerment, students, mentors as examples for young students and for the society at large. Before I begin, I would like to show you the overview of my presentation. First, I'd like to talk shortly about the beginning of the project. Then, for all who do not know yet, explain what mentoring means. Switch to some statistical backgrounds in Germany related to immigrants in education. After this, touch on situations of our mentees. Later, introduce our goals and talk about our mentors because they are kind of different. Special, in a positive way, of course. And followed by, our mentoring and empowerment approach. Last but not least, a short summary of our project results and, at the end, our sources. History of the project Junge Vorbilder. The project Junge Vorbilder was inspired through good experiences in Netherlands with the mentoring project, Moroccan coaching project, initialized by Professor Maurice Krul, who was chairman yesterday, and Karen Kra. In December 2004, a similar pilot project began in Hamburg called Candy, while the target group of Moroccan coaching project were Moroccan children being supported by Moroccan mentors, and Candy was Turkish children with was working with Turkish children and Turkish mentors, and it is a one-on-one mentoring project. Since February 2007, this project is known as Junge Vorbilder, as said before, Young Role Models, and is open to all immigrant children. In 2010, sub-projects as Young Mentors for Equality at School, it's an anti-discrimination project, Max 100 is a film project, and in April 2011, Hip Hop for School were introduced. All projects were supported by our mentors, and Hip Hop for School is a career supporting project. I cannot talk about this project in detail, but if you want to know more about it, you can come to me or visit our internet site. You can see it there, but it's in German, unfortunately. So, what is mentoring? We have many different mentoring approaches. Is as many different areas, such as in policy, economics, university, almost everywhere. But a precise definition is elusive, and maybe the best fitting general definition is as follows. The classic definition of mentoring is of an older, experienced guy who's acceptable to the young person and who can help ease the transition to adulthood by a mix of support and challenge. In this sense, it is a developmental relationship in which the young person is introduced into the world of adulthood. In our case, we're aiming on educational success of immigrant teenagers called mentees who are between 14 and about 18 years old. And for this approach, the focus of this approach has many different reasons. The German Federal Ministry of Education and Research reviewed and evaluated that immigrant students have to master several challenges, such as that immigrant children are primarily represented at lower qualifying school, 61% of all immigrant students, such as secondary general schools, Hauptschule, it's called in German, 31%, and intermediate school, Realschule, 29%. And compared to non-immigrant children, the secondary general school is by 16%, Hauptschule, intermediate school by 38%. So there's a huge gap. Only a quarter, 24.6% of the immigrant children go to the grammar school, gymnasium, or higher qualified school, compared to the non-immigrant children reaching a percentage of 1/3, so 33%. The school dropout rate of immigrant students without any graduation is twice as high as those without an immigration background. And there's a phenomenon of high late bloomers by immigrant children. Late bloomers are students who graduate later through late school enrollment and repeating classes. What about the situation of immigrant students? Immigrant students have to accomplish higher social and cultural adaptation efforts. They switch between different cultures, languages, habits. While they have to speak German at school, they are comforted with the mother tongue at home. Parents of mentees show less participation in everyday school life. The German education system involves parents more in school matters, but immigrant parents are not used to this and have language barriers, so that they avoid often parent-teacher conferences, etc. Mentees get less qualified homework support from their families. Homework is difficult to do for immigrant children. The parents often cannot help in educational matter. There's a lack of sufficient knowledge of the subjects and the German educational systems. In addition, teachers give up on their students when they show a weak performance at school and underestimate their potential. They also have to cope with prejudices, not only at school. Anyway, also the experiences in our project shows that students have often to cope with multiple problems, as described before. But bad marks are often not only the effort of difficult situation, bad marks are often only an effect of their difficult situation than an intellectual deficit or lack. The root cause for bad marks have often motivational character, such as less confidence in their own potential, often feel stupid, feel misunderstood, living in two cultures, have a lack of prospects and future fears, which causes often a downward spiral. So what can we do, or what did we do? Therefore, our mentoring approach focuses on 3 important aspects. First, the social-emotional companionship, authority through patience, encouragement, and inspiration instead of pressure to perform, self-confidence through common trust. Subject-specific tutoring implies a subject-related teaching and learning how to study better, getting study method and techniques. Raise self-confidence of the mentee through short-term success as tests, etc., articulating binding work agreements for both. And of course the orientation for the future prospects, career, study. It is very important to express realistic future aims and goals. The project goals, the mentee-mentor project goals, independence of mentees and empowerment of mentees and mentors. You cannot separate both because they're linked to each other, but beside the educational success of the mentees, it is important to work on the mentees' independence. The mentor is only a supporter, but the mentee have to take responsibility for the future success at school. The ideal and or procedure of a mentee relationship, what takes about a year, is that the mentee does not need the help to be helped anymore, and maybe even take on the mentor's role themselves later. At the same time, we want our mentors to take over responsibilities for the mentee to strengthen in their personality and raise in their potential and become a person of trust at the mentor's home by acting like a big sister or big brother and to connect between teachers, students, and parents. This is a very big responsibility, everyone knows, but as the mentors support the mentees, we, the project coordinator, try to support our mentors, encourage them to become good role models through communication and coaching. Our mentors. What are our mentors like? Unlike to other mentoring projects in Germany, our mentors have immigration background, successful graduated from German secondary school system. They are experienced experts for the similar social culture and education biography as a mentee. And they are close in the age, has a big influence to the identification. And they are bridge builders, as said before, between parents, teachers, and mentees. So our empowerment and mentoring approach, what are we doing actually? Our aim is not only to empower our mentees, but also our mentors, which means, but the question is, how can we assure to make mentoring attractive and raise the participation? What incentives do we create for them? We support our mentors and encourage them to take over responsibility in our organization and society by being an active part of it, to grow in personality, as well as giving them the possibility to gain abilities through training and seminars, and give promotion prospects from a mentor to a project assistant, and also to a trainer to a project leader. As a mentor, you will win recognition, and our mentors get paid for their effort. It's not an volunteer work, and So I will skip this. These are the qualifications you can get at our project. But it's not that we are only giving to our mentors. We are also getting many benefits back from our mentors. We have motivated mentors identifying with the project, and recommendation to friends. We get more and more application for interested students who want to become a mentor. Our mentors give feedback, suggestions for improvements, and give input, decide what seminars should be given. Sometimes they also come back with ideas for project as Yes and Hip Hop for School. And they are really ambassadors representing our project in daily life and can gradually build a new Germany. These are our mentoring and cooperation partners: schools, Regional Teaching Institute, and the university. I'm gonna skip this as well. So what are our project results? To summarize the results shortly, on the mentee side, we could mainly help to succeed in school and get better grades. Many mentees could graduate. After talk to a few teachers, they could also see and recognize a positive impact in the general learning climate in class. We increased awareness of mentees' potential, and the mentees' parents became more involved in school affair. For the mentors get a higher qualification and preparation for their career after university. Some could also gain first experiences in NGO work, and through good contacts to the schools, we could also organize a few internship places for them. And we could raise a higher awareness of the immigration issue in society because of their strong identification to this project. And we have trained about 150 mentors with different cultural backgrounds, and about 40 active mentors, including group mentoring at schools, are currently working this project. For the community, it means we do not need any PR due to personal recommendation within families, neighborhoods, schools, etc., which means that we are recognized by the society, and we could increase the interest in cooperation from school, foundation, administrative bodies, so that we are also honored by the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research, among other projects, as excellent educational idea last year. Even we could gain such result, it does not mean that everything works fine in our project. We have to struggle, of course, with different problems as financially. But yeah, we are going, we keep on going and never give up and always challenging ourselves. So I hope my presentation might make a little contribution to the discussion, particularly to one of the questions for the panel, which is, how can all young people, including those from an immigrant background, be given the opportunity to develop their full potential and contribute to Europe's future? Thank you for your kind attention.